Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to a viral pop culture makeup tutorial. Makeup maximalism is having such a moment on TikTok right now with all of Zara Larsson's incredible looks for her Midnight Sun tour. The makeup artist behind these vibrant looks is Sophia S-I-N-O-T Sinot. This look feels a little bit Euphoria, 2016 glam, little bit of Lisa Frank, that's what's been referenced a couple times. Out of all of the shows, these two looks were my absolute favorite. So let's recreate this look together. I'll give you a step-by-step breakdown, and it's not too hard to do, except for the gems. Those take a while. Zara Larsson has beautiful skin, so I've already moisturized with my Magic Cream, and I've been loving this Danessa Myricks product. It's the Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm. I use it to fill in any pores across my cheeks, forehead. It helps with oil control. We are going for a long wear matte base, and I've pulled Makeup Forever HD Skin, and I'm in the shade 2N22. Sophia uses the brand CAIA, not sure how to pronounce that, but it's a Scandinavian brand and it's both hydrating and mattifying. Next, I'm amping up the coverage and really brightening up with the Born This Way concealer. I miss these, so I bought minis online. I did think they would be about double the size of this. I picked the shade Cloud, which is quite a bit brighter than my foundation, applying to the chin, really brightening up underneath the eyes. Also adding this over the lids as a base, blending out, and now we're getting somewhere closer to the inspo photo. These are very high coverage and matte, so they're perfect for this look. I also love using this as a bronzer because there's no shimmer and it really gives some sculpt as well as color. This is the shade Honey. I'm using it on the back of my hand, buffing it out because a little goes a long way, and applying mostly around my forehead. Using my most used palette, I'm taking the ashier shade and applying this on a small brush and starting to create a soft nose contour. Zara Larsson has such a cute nose, so I'm just accenting the tip to make it a little bit more defined. Cheating my nose bridge a little bit smaller and fading this into the eye socket a little bit. While I love to do a slight transformation just so you can really tell who the inspiration is, you can skip that, do your nose contour however you like, and of course you don't have to be blonde to rock this look. I've been loving all of the different recreations online. It's so cool to see how it looks on everyone, but I'm currently doing like a pop star series and I want to match their look. Set with a matte powder, I keep reaching for this Givenchy one. We have a blend of pastels and it really neutralizes everything. We are almost done the base steps, and then we can get into all the fun color that really makes this look amazing. I'm toning down my eyebrows. This is the one I go for whenever I'm wearing a blonde wig, and it's the Laura Geller Bravo Brows Soft Pencil in medium brown, but it works really nice. Her brows are more 90s, 2000s inspired. They look amazing on her. So if you have fuller brows like I do, this is what they typically look like. Something you can try is kind of pinching the brows together, or brush up halfway and then down halfway to see what they'd look like if they were a little bit thinner. Sophia has shared some of the exact products used in different articles, but a lot of the brands are more popular in Europe, so I'm just using what I have in my kit, and I have some really fun products I've pulled. Very colorful. I know these blushes were used, so I looked for one that similarly had a cream and a powder, and I was dying to use this Patrick Ta and Barbie collection. I bought this and haven't got enough use out of it. So I started initially with this cream base, which looked like it could be a right fit, but it ended up being a little bit too warm. Then I went in with this brighter magenta shade. Look at how bright that is, but it was a little too deep and not purpley pink enough. To color match a little bit better, I ended up using this palette, which we will use on the eyes as well. Since her blush was matte, I mixed these two shades, but mostly a light wash of this purple over what I put down, and it just gave a more similar color. This palette is so fun. And keep the placement high in a V. I might have even brought it a little too far down. Now that I have a mix that I like, I'm taking this on a small brush and then applying it over the nose bridge and just add it to the smallest point of the bridge. If you take like a big fluffy brush and pat over, it's fine, especially if you don't have like any nose insecurity, but for me, I like to make mine look a little bit smaller, so that will enhance the width if you just like add it over the whole nose. So I keep it really intentional right there. I'm going icy. This is a silvery shade, but we're just using a touch, so it won't come out too silvery. Just tapping it on the tip, up the nose bridge a little bit. See a highlight underneath the eye. But if you want to keep it in the same palette, you could go for this shade. It has a slightly green shift though. So excited to move on to this incredible makeup design. Again, setting the lids is so important, and this one works amazing. I've set with powder after concealer as well. Plus this concealer is quite brightening, so it will help boost the colors of the shadow. Sophia mentioned she likes to build up shadow with a flat brush and go from lightest to darkest. Patting, not blending, so that we get that bold color. For the tour, they've been using this Beauty Bay palette, which looks incredible to do all these really fun, colorful looks. But I decided to use a product that I already had because I'm obsessed with it. It's the Holy Fairy Tale by Kimchi Chic Beauty. Here are some other colorful palettes, like the Wings Club, that's very Y2K energy. If you can't get your hands on the Beauty Bay palette, you might have to mix and match with a couple different palettes to get this look. I'm taking the most muted yellow in this palette, tapping it onto the brush and pressing it over the first half of the lid, get underneath the bottom lash line. To brighten this up slightly, I'm taking the white, but then enhancing the lid shape, patting it on the center of the lid, and softening up the brow bone between the yellow. I started with this purpley pink shade right above the crease in the first half of the lid, and then I'm working with this beautiful blue, again applying slightly above the crease into a wing. Kind of feels like painting by numbers. Blending onto the outer V, I'm taking a purple shadow. Once I laid down the main colors, I took the hot pink in this palette and I applied again right above the inner crease. Mixing the hot pink and the red, applying underneath the bottom lash line. So we've gone all matte on the lids. The next step is black liquid liner. This is the Lawless Easy Eyes Ultra Precise Liquid Liner. I struggle with winged liner now. I don't know what it is. I kind of always have, but I do like fine tip pens like this and just press right to the lash line, create that first flick, and then fill it in. I felt like it wasn't quite seamless, so I took a matte kohl pencil. This is the shade Smolder, and I'm tightlining a little bit. Also add a little V in the inner corner. I'm so impressed with working makeup artists who use liquid liner on other people. I always found that challenging. It wasn't impossible, but I've seen some people just like, boom, they're done. I'm like shaky and trying my best, so this look is incredible. And for lashes, let's use Lily lashes. I have no idea what pair were used, but I'm using the 3D Faux Mink Milan pair, and I've trimmed them. I've used these a bunch of times. I think the first time was in the Showgirls 1995 look. Also rhinestones, I feel like these looks are a little bit similar. So if you missed that tutorial and you like this aesthetic, maybe you'll like that one. Bold outer corner lashes. These don't look quite as seamless because I've used them a bunch. But gotta get the most out of your lashes. And then I'm just using this MAC mascara, but I know that the Lancome Doll Eyes waterproof mascara was used. Make sure to get the bottom lashes as well. I'm loving this lip combo. First up, I took Matte Greige. You could also use Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. They're pretty similar, but I saw that the makeup artist used MAC. Great for contouring the lips. I've overlaid a little bit to give myself a rounder upper lip, but maybe I made it slightly too large. I don't think so. I don't think so. And on Sophia's Instagram, somebody asked what she was applying to the lip, and she responded that it's a gloss balm stick from Fenty. She didn't say the shade name, but I assumed it was Fenty Glow. And this is so gorgeous. Look at that color and shine. Since I bought this, I've been wearing it daily. Here's a little vlog clip over on my second channel. If you want to go from summer to cozy after this, check out my vlog channel. I did a cozy holiday vlog. I rarely post on there, but it's just for fun. You can leave the lip combo as it is, but it felt like there was a little bit more of an orange to it, at least in one photo. So I went with Chi Chi. This is from ColourPop. Just dab this through the center. And the gloss balm has a lot of shimmer to it, but if you want a little more, you can go with a gold gloss. This one's bronze, but it does have a little bit of gold flecks. Dabbing on. I love these lifter glosses. They're some of my favorites, so even though it wasn't a perfect match, I just love it. You can leave the look like this. I'm loving all the matte, beautiful pastel tones, but the finishing touch is to add some gems. Again, I got this kit when I did the Showgirls look. I used the navy ones, but today I'm using a mix. Ooh. I started with yellow, added some purpley pink, iridescent, and then some green. And then up from the winged liner, more purpley pink. Took a while, but the gems are done. But add some hoops or bright pink floral earrings. And Sophia said I spray her face, hair, everything in hair glitter. It's just a simple one from Amazon. But I have the Wicked in One Size popular setting spray. This isn't available anymore in this packaging, but they still have a glitter spray. Let's see how this turns out. This one smells a lot. Ooh, that looks nice. I don't really want to spray my face because I like how the makeup is. Let's do the hair. Oop, got my eye in the way. She always looks so glowy on stage. I bet she's wearing like a body glow as well, but I think this is sufficient. And I also am wearing this old school Victoria's Secret push-up bikini. I swear they don't make it in this style anymore. And she wears like this cool mesh bright yellow top, but I didn't have any yellow in my wardrobe, so we're just in a bikini today. It's snowing outside. Even though it's winter and it's a little dark and depressing, it's still summer on the Midnight Sun tour. Also, can we talk about how cute it is when she brings up fans on stage? Julia really made that dance viral. I love that girl. And I can't believe she's only 16. Like, I would have never done that at 16. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was way too awkward. I don't even know if I would do it now. Oh, here's my finished recreation. I'm wearing these bold Barbie pink nails from Olive & June. And one of my other favorite looks is this Barbie look. Hot pink, love the glitter stars. Let me know if you'd like to see that in like a short form video. Maybe I would do it just with my brown hair and see what that looks like. I'm so glad Zara took the dolphin meme and ran with it for her aesthetic, because we always see when there is like a strong singer who just like hasn't had their moment, even if they've been in the game so long, like Sabrina Carpenter. Once I have that like signature glam that everyone becomes obsessed with, it really helps with the pop stardom. The Midnight Sun signature style. If you want to keep on watching, check out the Showgirl makeup. This one is fairly niche, but it's a 1995 film that definitely inspired Euphoria makeup and in turn this look. Or if you're into Y2K nostalgia, you might love the iconic 2008 Victoria's Secret glam. Wow, I'm wearing a blonde wig in all of these. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll have the OG makeup artist linked down below. I'm sure you've already seen her work, and I hope I nailed this viral Zara Larsson glam.